Then when they're on leash, it creates tension. Now, because I do introductions with dogs all the time. People bring their dogs into adopt. Yeah. And you need a knee guard. But you walk them together first. Yeah. Then you go and do a 1, 2, 3, let them free, and then let them meet. Yeah. But plus, there's people that aren't experienced handling. Yeah. So that's my big. Oh yeah. There we go with the OCD again.
No, you have to be.
Because I know, you know, what can happen, and I've seen Misty in action, and she's remarkable with people, and we're trying desperately to find someone to take her, and I'll even help with I'll do the rehab, but I need it. She needs to be in a home environment. Mm-hmm. You know, all dogs need that, but some dogs do better than others here. Yeah. Some really have a really hard time, and some are just like doo-doo, because it's so much better than anything they've ever known. Yeah, right. You know, which is pretty sad.
I know. Yeah, I know. Some of the dogs that are back there, like which one do you feel has the most horrific story?
It's really hard. We have those that were used for breeding, for fighting. They've had teeth pulled, or filed down to be mated easier. We have dogs used for bait. One dog was tied to a tree for 7 years. We've had several that have been starved and beaten. We have Bones, who weighed about 30 pounds, and then he was found tied to a speed limit sign with an 18-pound chain on his neck. His name is Bones because the bones came out of his skin. So it's really toss-up. Most of them have horrific stories, and in spite of it, they are remarkable. And I feel very blessed to be with them and work with them.
So Bones is here.
Bones is here, and they want to call him Milkbone now because he's a big boy.
Well, I saw in the video that Bridget made, Saving the Kiss Bulls.
Oh yes.
He's, I mean, just the before and after. You know, it's amazing.
You wouldn't recognize him. His coat still is not in very good condition. We're working on that. He has a little bit of dog aggression, nothing too extreme. So I'm confident that we can get him balanced and well. But to go what he's gone through, he doesn't even have food aggression. I mean, dogs that go through that severe of thing, like Cookie. I don't know if you know Cookie from our website. She's another one tied to a tree starved. She weighed like 18 pounds when we got her. She has some food aggression. Not with me. She does pretty well. But if you go in and you don't know, all she does is kind of block her food. Okay. But and sadly, most of these dogs have horrific stories, so I can't pick one.
Yeah. The Bull Terrier, what's his story?
Chico is, I like to tell people, dogs are like people in the way that they're born with their own temperament and personality. Chico is only a year old. However, he was taunted by teenagers through like a crate or like a caged setting, hands in, poking. So it really has traumatized him. And so what he has, people would see him and go, oh, he's really aggressive. Well, he has fear aggression. He's extremely insecure, and he's a real challenge. And we were trying to get him out of here just because this energy here, the instability, is not helping him at all. Mm-hmm. So, and he had some health problems too, some very painful mange in his eyes and his face. He was a mess. They thought he'd been sprayed with a skunk. No, he had mange. So,
is he the dog you guys submitted for Caesar to try to help with?
Yes, because we need him. He needs a pack to help. He needs other, because he's good with other dogs, and he needs to be away from here. And when you work him, he bites, and he's pretty much the only one. So he. Like, I've offered to work with him, but the problem is all these other dogs need so much help, and I'm making progress that everyone feels it's best if because 100% of my time would have to go to him, and then everyone else who I'm making progress with would be kind of left in the dust. Yeah. So it's a very hard choice. I help how I can, but he needs one-on-one. So. Poor guy. My poor baby. He looks so much better. You should have seen him when he came in here.
So when you work with him, you said he bites. Does he actually bite you?
He will bite. I don't. I haven't even gone in his kennel. I've seen him. Jolene's the only one that can go in his kennel. She brings him out. He'll be fine, and then he'll. This is part of the fear and insecurity. Then he'll just turn and take a chunk out of you.
So Jolene's gotten bitten.
Jolene's got. Oh, and hers was bad. the worst part, under the arm. That is such a sensitive area, and her whole, it was bad. Bad just from pain-wise, just a bad area. He didn't, it was more like of a bruise because she had a sweatshirt on him. But I truly believe he can be rehabilitated, and people created that. Every dog here, if they have an issue, I blame it on a human. Mm-hmm. Every dog in the world, if it has an issue, I blame it on a human. So,
how did you come to find out about his situation?
The people that he was in a foster, and they couldn't keep him because he bit someone, and that's how it started. And then they contacted us. So that's about it, and we didn't really know too much. And the people that were running the show before we kind of came in, they took him in, and then we're like, oh, what do we do now? So we're busting trying to help him.
He's your problem child.
Yeah, and we've had even Bull Terrier Rescue doesn't have any input for us or won't take him, so he's ours, and we're going to do right by him. So yeah. So anyway, that's that. And my poor Kobe, he needs surgery.
What kind of surgery?
On his foot. He's a genetic mutant. As you can see, his skin sheds really badly. His skin sheds something like 7 times faster than normal, and his foot's deformed, so he needs I think it's about $1,000 surgery.
Is it go in? Right?
Yep, you'll see.
One?
There it goes up. His rear leg.
Oh, I see. It'll go up.
But we've had him in the vet, but it's just really not able to. He can exist. It's worse right now because he actually, in the summer, we thought he'd hurt himself. In the summer, he doesn't exhibit any of that at all. It's the winter, the dampness. So hopefully, with all this renovation, they're not going to be so wet and in the mud, and because it's just miserable on their little feet. It was brutal. I was out here Tuesday, and it was pouring.
I thought about you
and
guys.
I couldn't get them dry. I couldn't, we would try to put clean blankets, and then they would pull them out, or it's wet where they were, then they'd go in, and it was just, I was almost in tears. I was like, I could not get them dry.
When they hide in their igloos, does that not keep them sort of
It can, but they already get them muddy, some of them. Okay. Some of them have it figured out. Some of them are really good about, this is my den, we'll keep it clean and neat and tidy. And then you've got the ones that have the stress and anxiety from being in a kennel that just and take it all out, and so I'm like, no, we need pine shavings. Or not pine, pine shavings.
Right.
So
the pine doesn't turn to oatmeal.
It can. We have to stay on it, and it turns into one big hamster cage. But we do anything we can though to have them be warm. Yeah. Because it gets so cold and they don't have many meat on them, as you know. They're all muscle and don't have much fur.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Is there a local, like a friend of mine from Pennsylvania, I saw on Facebook, he just delivered 30 bales of hay to his local shelter. Would somebody make that sort of donation?
We've asked, and no one will. We've asked some feed stores around here. I've asked, and times are so tough, and particularly in where we are right now, the Central Valley. It's very west of here in a little town called Mendota. I think unemployment's like 40%. Because of farming, there's no water. The economy, it's bad everywhere. It is beyond bad here.
How many bales of hay do you think you need?
Oh my Lord. That's a good question, because we haven't used the hay. Because someone had tried hay before and didn't like what happened with the hay.
Oh.
So there's always, but there's going to be a drawback to everything. And
I guess, yeah.
But the thing is keep them as comfortable as you can. And for the first time, I'm almost looking forward to summer, and I hate the summers here because it's so hot.
So hot, yeah.
But
we've had a lot of rain.
Yeah, which we need, but it's been really hard. It's been hard on the dogs. It's been hard on us. Just here, I don't care about getting wet. It's like, oh, my heart hurts. When their little feet are all muddy.
So with everybody showing up today, participating, do you think this could become a regular thing where people turn out and you feed them and
I would love that. I'm working really hard reaching out to the community, getting more volunteers. I think I mentioned I'm doing their actual volunteer orientation class, another one next Saturday. I do them once a month now, and it's more, much more structured, and I involve a lot of education. as well as how to handle dogs and just the basics of volunteering.
Yeah.
So word is spreading, and this is good. And that lady right there even was one asked how much Kobe's surgery would be. And so I think she's mulling it over. And it really helps when these people come out and they make a connection with these dogs. And then they're like, okay. And then they open up their pocketbook.
Yeah.
And trust me, we've all opened up our pocketbooks, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, pull out the credit card. So.
Knew I should have brought my roller skates.
It's like a gigantic muscle, huh?
Oh my God. Beautiful though.
His head expands.